sequel. So come for the feature. I tell you a whole set of mad one. Whole set of mad one. Who does mash up party? It's we that smash up. Who tear down the fencing? It's we that smash up. Who does bust the bar them? It's we that smash up. It's you the mash up central. I want you to go and do it now. Shake up the set, do it now. Wild up the set, do it now. Just make a mess.
I'm impressed.
Do it now. Run through the place, do it now. Throw up a flame, do it now. Go and don't give it. It's we the mash up.
WEFM, the new fresh sound.
Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It is 9:26 here in St. Vincent and the Eastern Caribbean. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Arian with me as Christal, and we are Activated Mornings this morning. Now, this is about the time where we have our open forum, or Talk to Me If You May, where you call in and we discuss what it is that you want to talk about. The number to call is 457-9997. The number to WhatsApp is 457-9997, where you can also place calls. We're also live on YouTube and Facebook at WEFM 99SVG. I thought you were gonna say something.
No, not this time.
But that was a really nice interview that we just had, and I really do hope that persons pay close attention to what Joe said in the end about us having the talent and we need to utilize it.
It shouldn't have to take a foreigner to be able to identify our talent. But anyways, it's something that happens all the time. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. You know, I was listening earlier on. I just hear we're talking about what happened this morning, the interview with a young guy. And it just brought back memories to me. And for younger folks to know, we have missed out. We have missed out on a lot of our history because, and I'm speaking here about music, musicology, and all of that stuff. And you can only learn from the foundation that was set by the elders. There were those before my time who I have heard about, I've read about. But the thing about it, I don't know if we are a serious people when it comes to making proper documentation. I would say I don't think there are serious people on that. For instance, in Mighty Sparrow, King of Calypso and all of that stuff. I don't know if you have anybody from a generation who's been around who don't know about the Mighty Sparrow. Something I would like to see happen here. I remember people like Alton Peters. He was an educator in the true sense of the word, educator in school and in music. And maybe you guys don't even know about Alton Peters.
About
Alton Peters.
Alton Peters.
Alton
I was
Peters,
just trying to get the name.
Olsen, O-L-S-E-N, you know. He was a regular columnist in the newspaper dealing with strictly music and teach you about the rudiments and the development of music in a Vincentian context. So I am recommending him to those young people who want to learn something and know about the history of our music. And I am appealing, just like how the Mighty Sparrow material was taken over. Well, he got I can't remember how much $1 million he got for all what he produced during his career. The government of Trinidad took it over and rewarded him financially. Work. If I had that kind of money, I would have taken over Alton Peters' work that he would have provided during his time and make it available as a history in music. I hope those so-called intelligent people are listening to me. I hope they're listening and taking notes. I would hope that from a government standpoint, his material that he produced for how much years, I don't recall, Maybe I should find out from Shelley Clark, editor of the newspaper, when did he start that column. But it would be important if the powers that be can take over his material, make it available for future generation, because he did offer a lot. And I am happy that I can say that. I don't know how much people will want to agree with me, people of my age, older than me. And, I just felt I should make that. I just feel that this is important to our history. With all the talk about calypso and this genre and that genre. We just come. There's a history. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you so much. Take care.
You raise a lot of good points, and that's what I always said. I like to tap into the listeners here at WEFM who would have that history for us, will be able to share some of these things with us. I do strongly feel like I need to look into what Kojo said, because I'm not sure I agree with what he said.
Okay. Which one? The Trini Soca music? Let's take a call. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning, caller, you live?
Oh, creative sector historian. We're not hearing you, right? So I think the error is on you again.
Yeah.
So what you did the last time to rectify the situation, if you could do it again. Yeah. So it was an interesting conversation, and I would have loved for there to be a calypso version of the discussion, and to basically assess where calypso is today and where are we taking it, where can we take calypso music. That will be rather interesting.
I have an opinion that might be quite controversial. I feel like calypso is one of those genres that we would appreciate regionally, but I don't see it going further than that because of the BPM and the style.
You think so?
That's how I feel.
Calypso's BPM is in the range of what, 90s or some 95.
I know it's low.
A little lower than that. There are some in the 70s. But there are some songs out there that are in those ranges. Let's take a call. Hello, good morning.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Yes, how you all doing this morning?
We're good. What's up?
Good.
You're joining in the existing.
Listening to the I don't have much of the history here, but a lot of the music came out of here in Stony Ground, where a lot of writers from Summers, a whole set of list of people come out of down in here. Even Bongo Prime is out of this house as well too. I guess you guys know Bongo Prime, right?
Yeah.
I think a raga soca artist. Yeah, so I'm not gonna trouble that issue with troubled on Monday. That's children, so we're gonna allow that to rest. However, there is something, Ari and Christal, that came to my knowledge yesterday, and I need to let people know that 5 pounds of sea moss, if you're shipping sea moss to United States, right? If you ship with Caribbean Airlines, it's $103 to get to New York. But when you get up in New York, now you still have to pay $175 again to collect the sea moss up there. Now, this reference is referencing to the kind of prices Caribbean Airlines is charging Vincentians to fly from Argyle to New York City. And that price could often go up to $900 and something US dollars. Are you guys aware of that?
That's pretty steep.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. So what I'm saying is, just as JetBlue gets here, all those prices have to change, because Caribbean Airlines have some high prices, which is, I don't know if it's to keep out certain people or what, but the prices that Caribbean Airlines are charging is unfair. Now, if you go over to Amerijet now, and you take that same 5 pounds of sea moss and send it to New York, you know how much it costs, guys? $66 US. I wouldn't tell you how much you have to. I wouldn't tell you how much you have to pay to clear it. I'll make you find that out for yourself. I'll give you a job there. You can put your hands on your mouth. Now, as an airline person and dwelling with aviation for years, I'm not gonna openly, outright criticize CAL, BWI, because I've flown with them many times. But I would like someone here, one in authority, to deal with those ticket prices, because the traffic from St. Vincent to Barbados to catch another flight to go forward has not stopped. It's actually increased, because Vince engines now are taking Virgin out of here, which is only charging you about that little one something US to get to Barbados, and most people are flying out on JetBlue and American and Continental to go different parts of the United States of America. And that's been going on since the airport opened. But now it's increased, especially when people haven't getting a flight that they could pay $125 US and get to New York. So it'll make sense for you to catch a flight to Barbados and move again. So that area is building up in traffic. So guys, just hope that JetBlue gets hit. When JetBlue gets here, you will see the average cashier working at Randy's supermarket. Okay? Will be able to fly themselves to New York for 2 or 3 days when JetBlue gets here.
Okay.
I could safely tell you that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So guys, take care. Just passing on the message. And as I say again, I don't know if we have a consumer bureau in this country, but deal with Caribbean Airline and the prices. It is unfair to Vince engines to be paying them kind of prices, Caribbean Airlines. You're digging our eyes out and you're doing it for a long, long, long time. It's time to stop. So once JetBlue come here, I will get down on my knees and say, Yahweh. Take care, guys. Have a good day.
All right. Same to you. Thanks.
Listen, I could be a spokesperson for JetBlue now, because ain't nobody looking forward to JetBlue more than me. I cannot wait, and I want to see what the prices are. You know how cheap it is to go to the US from St. Lucia?
What's it
Compared
cost?
to, you can spend $300 US from St. Lucia to New York City to JFK.
That's the price from St. Vincent to Barbados.
Interesting, right? Interesting, right?
I go swim.
Hey, shout out Bongo Prayer and shout out Rose this morning.
Utamo.
Yep. Shout out Corey as well. The other end of prime time. So we have a lot of talent walking around, not just in entertainment or in performances, in sports. We have so much raw talent here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines that if we just put some money into it, we'd reap the rewards. We saw it with Shafiqua. For years, she just wanted.
Ka.
What did I say?
Shafiqua.
How you spell her name?
It's Ka.
Oh, so you don't
She
pronounce you?
No.
Oh, okay. See how the parents with these new. Anyways,
Yeah.
she just needed that push, and she has been showing us that she is worth the money and the investment and the time.
That's it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Person has to want it. Person has to be working. God helps those who help themselves.
That is
Consistency, discipline, having the right support team around you.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and being able to be humble, confident enough in your convictions, but humble enough to take telling from other people.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that jazz. I don't know. I am quite passionate about like soca music, especially with live bands, entertainment, anything creative. As a matter of fact, using your hands to make something.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking. I wonder if I'm mashing my crochet under the desk. So anything that has to do with that, the creative sector, and being able to have a vision in your mind and put that to pen, paper, cloth, or whatever it is, I think is pretty dope. I saw on social media, SVG Media Unit posting students from the St. Vincent Girls High School actually learning mechanics or auto mechanics.
Nice.
And other areas that were not available when I was at JHS, and I was at JHS 2002 to 2007. There were some things that I already knew because of my background and my curiosity, but a part of me was so jealous. And I felt so bad feeling jealous because I would have been like so interested in learning outside of academics. But it's really heartwarming to see these schools, more and more schools, especially schools that were strictly academics, integrating other areas that are now getting a bit more respect, the respect that they deserve. I don't know if it's because persons who have defied the odds prior to now, they're actually showing the country and, you know, people that you could actually make it in these areas. You can be a successful soca artist. We've seen Skinny, Kevin Little, Problem Child, without having to have a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 4. You can be a successful fashion designer, Poshel, Chemistic Clo, Kemia Glasgow, Soca, and scores of others. You can be a successful producer. You can be a successful drummer, a steel panist, crocheter, and the list goes on and on. A crafter, whatever it is, you could be successful. You just have to put your mind to it, and all the other recipes for success. It's really cool. So big up yourselves one time. Don't be afraid to start and try. Eh? Never mind, you may not have the support. Don't be afraid to start and try.
Yeah. So
Good
the time
job.
is